Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton action and beyond. This week we catch up with the face of Spanish badminton, Carolina Marin, as she talks about her driving ambition. And we head to Scotland to take a look at the good things being done at the Lothian Disability Badminton Club. With a population of more than 46 million, Spain is home to some of the biggest sports on the planet. Stadium and arenas are filled weekly as fans gorge on football, tennis and motorsports. But look a little more carefully and you'll discover another sport beginning to emerge in the country: badminton. The sport is riding high at the moment thanks to the achievements of a young protégé, Carolina Marin. The 20-year-old from Huelva has been in outstanding form of late and has just come off a historic win. The left-hander tasted victory at the European Championships to become the first Spaniard to claim gold at the event.
The first thing I felt was a lot of excitement, especially because of all the work that went into getting that medal. It was a very important title because it opened doors for Spanish badminton, and I'm very happy to have been able to do that for the sport here in Spain.
Badminton Unlimited caught up with the newly crowned champion in the Spanish capital, Madrid. Marin was in the midst of the Spanish Open, where she was trying to regain the title she last won in 2011. She started off by telling us how she got started in badminton.
I began when I was 8 years old, through my best friend in Huelva. It was her who first played badminton, and one day I played with her and I was immediately hooked. I was also dancing the flamenco, but when I was 12, I had to give it up to focus on badminton and my studies.
After winning multiple local tournaments, she was invited to the National Training Centre in Madrid in 2007. She was just 14 years old. She soon became a fixture on the Junior European Tour. Marin clinched gold in the 2009 European Under-17 Championships and nabbed a silver in the Under-19 event the same year, the first Spanish player to do so. 2 years later, the then 17-year-old exchanged it for gold. Further afield, she took home a bronze at the 2011 BWF World Junior Championships in Taiwan.
Although it was a step up, I wasn't very happy with my performance. I was very nervous and felt a lot of pressure. But I was really young and my mental game has improved ever since because of my sports psychologist. We've worked hard on the mental aspect, and that has been a huge step in the right direction in my career.
On the senior circuit, she became the first Spaniard to win gold at a BWF tournament when she triumphed at the London Grand Prix Gold in 2013.
Carolina Marin is the 2013 London Grand Prix Gold champion. There's a little light on her face.
She then went on to capture the Scottish Open Grand Prix Gold a month later. Her consistency over the last 18 months has seen her rise to 11 in the BWF women's singles rankings. The Spaniard's exploits at the national and international level, coupled with her at-ease demeanour, have also made her a hit with the media. And that in turn has helped Spanish badminton.
Thanks to Carolina's triumphs, we're beginning to have a presence in the Spanish media and other TV channels, as well as written press and social media. And using that as a starting point, we want to promote this sport. The media will be key for badminton in our country.
Now undoubtedly the face of Spanish badminton, she has become a national star and seen as an inspiration to fans and aspiring players.
It is great to watch her play and to learn from her. We see how she takes everything so well. Even under pressure, she is able to keep calm. With that attitude, you can achieve a lot of things.
Carolina is our inspiration. She's the first player in Spain to get such recognition at the world and European stage. She's opening doors for badminton here.
Having impressed at the Grand Prix tournaments, Marin is now hoping to step up at Super Series events as she continues her rapid growth.
These tournaments are good experiences because you compete with the best in the world. You can learn a lot. Playing in these competitions helped me to become a better player.
Despite her affable personality, over the years, Marin has earned a reputation as a fearsome competitor on the court. She can intimidate her opponents with her willingness to chase down every point, regardless of the circumstances. It has become part of her armor, her style.
I think it's part of me. I'm just like my parents, especially my mother. She's a woman with a fighting spirit, and that comes from her side of the family. I'm very grateful having born with that ambition because when it comes to competition, it is absolutely necessary.
To be a champion, you must have the desire and ambition, and Carolina Marin has plenty. At last year's BWF World Championships, she made it to the quarter-final stage. This year in Denmark, she wants to go much further. She wants to show the world that Spanish badminton has arrived, so look out for her in the coming years because she is ready to shake up the status quo. Time to check your knowledge in our Q&A. Name the player who clinched the 2013 Malaysia Open Grand Prix gold title in the women's singles event. Find out the answer after the break.
Hi, I'm Mark Zwiebler and this is All of Me.
Well, the fans are very much getting involved to welcome their hero onto courts. Oh, inspired piece of play from Zwiebler.
I started playing badminton all my life actually. I've grown up in a hall, but probably I decided to be professional when I was 15 years old.
Oh, that is just unbelievable.
First title I won was the French Open, I think 2003, so more than 10 years ago. The highlight of my career is, there are a few. I think the final at Denmark Open, the semi-final at All England and the final this year at the Indonesian Open.
Well, he may not have won today, Mark Zwiebler, but it's a tournament I think he will remember forever and a day.
I wish I would have a bigger smash because I can prepare good chances for me, but sometimes cannot kill the shuttle, but I'm working on it.
He's got a good attitude. There's a lot of things to still work on, but it's a good attitude.
I think I'm very patient, but on the other side also very emotional on court. I just try to enjoy everything out of badminton and out of my life.
You know, he's such a fine athlete. He's so physically fit. His stamina is not in question. And
he's just very solid.
He is a fighter.
My goals for 2014 are to maintain in the top 10 of the world and to actually produce some good results in international Super Series level. And just to probably get into top 8 and maybe even top 5.
Oh, that's brilliant.
He doesn't give up, he just keeps going. He's a machine.
When we get back, we report on the Lothian Disability Badminton Club and how they are raising the profile of para-badminton. Welcome back. Before the break, we asked you to name the player who clinched the 2013 Malaysia Open Grand Prix gold title in the women's singles event. The answer is PV Sindhu. Sindhu lifted her maiden Grand Prix gold title in Malaysia after getting the better of Singapore's Gu Chuen in a grueling final. The top-seeded Indian shuttler took an hour and 11 minutes to prevail. This is Colin Leslie. He's going through his weekly routine of setting up equipment for a badminton session he helps run. This almost mundane activity is done every day across the globe at hundreds of thousands of clubs. But what makes it different here is that most of the people at this practice session are disabled.
To see the people with the disabilities that's here is certainly an eye-opener for myself, but to actually be able to give something back to them. Perfect example is one of the kids that I coach at the early session. We had her at the Four Nations tournament, Scottish leg. Never played in a tournament in her life, and she come back with a silver and a gold medal. And she's waiting to find out when the next tournament is, because she's got the bug, the experience.
We're in the capital of Scotland, Edinburgh, to find out about one of the best para-badminton clubs in the country, Lothian Disability Badminton Club. Established in 2008, its mission is to promote and support people with all forms of disability who want to play badminton. Its motto: all ages, all abilities, all disabilities.
It's a good sport. You can see the sort of running side of it, the aerobic and the anaerobic side. The rackets, we've got equipment which is all different. We've got various sizes of rackets, so obviously for coordination, which can be hard for children or adults as well. We've got different things that they can use to help. And obviously we've got quite a lot of coaches here now, and that also helps on a one-to-one basis.
The club uses the facilities of 2 sports halls. Tuesday practices at the Muselberg Sports Centre and split into 2 sessions. The early part is for new players and beginners with both learning and physical disabilities, whilst the later practice is catered for just shuttlers with physical disabilities. Its increased class size and attendance prompted them to use another facility based out of the Bathgate Academy. The Wednesday classes provide training for players with just physical disabilities.
When I was that young, I just thought, is there going to be sports that I could do because of my condition? But then I found this sport and I was like, I'll take it as a chance and see how well I do. And that's how I've got here. It's a good sport to learn because it's really easy and you don't have to be a certain thing to do it. You can be a disability or something.
I had a stammer when I was a child, and part of the programme is to self-accept yourself as what you've got. And that obviously moved into me having a disability, so then I looked to see what opportunities there were, and because badminton was one of my passionate sports, I was able to come to the Lothian Club, being one of the first few players, and then I just been coming out ever since, so it's been very good.
LDBC has won the Lothian Disability Club of the Year award twice because of the dedication and range of support it provides to its athletes. Leslie's personal journey from stay-at-home double amputee to coach an international athlete is testament to the remarkable achievements of a club like Lothian.
I'm a landscape gardener by trade. Was doing some work, fell off a ladder at 6 feet, landed on my heels. Thought I was fine, got back up, and then I collapsed, and then from there, through intervening operations, I then had to lose both legs through the accident.
He was housebound for about 10 years. The club found out about his predicament through a friend of his and reached out to him. A keen badminton player before his accident, he was determined to explore the possibility that he might be able to play once again.
I had correspondence from a letter from the secretary from the club. I then received the letter. I phoned up on the letter, the number that was there. They told me to come along, and since then they've embraced me, part of the family, which is brilliant for myself.
Although Lothian is primarily a social club, it does have a strong competitive streak to its training programmes. Many of its athletes represent Scotland's national para-badminton team. They've had success at both national and international tournaments. They recently bagged 9 medals at Scottish Four Nations Para-Badminton Championships, and their members are keen to excel at the highest levels.
Last October, went to the World Championships after 6 months of being out injured. And 2 months back into training, I managed to get into top 6 in the world, so that wasn't too bad. Longer term, hopefully back to the Worlds after bit more training than I did last time and do a lot better. And it depends about the Paralympics whether I'm still playing, because there won't be in the Paralympics till the earliest would be 2020, and I'll be over 50 by then. So if I keep the body and soul together, I'll be there hopefully.
Apart from its increased number, Lothian is being recognised for their good work by the governors of the game in the country, Badminton Scotland. They've stepped in to offer support, allowing the club to further develop players.
We've been given a direct investment grant from Sport Scotland, and obviously we're looking to the future. We've got, you know, people of all levels of disability here, from really, you know, people from very beginner level, which is super, and we've also got a lot of plans to improve our coaches and volunteers and our coach education programme.
The LDBC continues to reach out to the community as it builds awareness. They go into schools for talks and workshops. They've also set up disability badminton festivals to raise the profile of para-badminton.
I would just like to see numbers increasing all the time, and obviously the performance of our athletes. Give them the best opportunity they can get. You know, if we can increase our coaching staff, our volunteers, and obviously get their level of coaching improving all the time, and let, you know, the athletes have the opportunity and let them travel the world, because that's what some of our top athletes are doing now. And then possibly when we get to 2020 and hopefully get in the Paralympics, we're going to have a good squad of players.
The club's success at raising the profile of para-badminton continues to earn them respect and accolades. One of its members has just earned the right to carry the baton at the upcoming Commonwealth Games 2014. Disability badminton has seen a rise in Scotland. There are more people participating than ever before. The public in general understand the skill and dedication athletes need to play. Lothian Disability Badminton Club can be proud it has played a major role in that change, and long may it continue to earn the plaudits it is currently receiving.
제일 좋아하는 음식은 떡볶이. 제일 좋아하는 가수는 비스트. 제일 좋아하는 영화는 수상한 그녀. 쉬는 날에 제일 하고 싶은 것은 그냥 잠 많이 자고 영화도 보고 맛집 찾아다니면서 놀러 다니기. 제일 마음에 드는 배드민턴 장소는 테니스 선수촌? 가장 두려운 상대는 왕시시안. 내가 배드민턴 선수 아니었다면 그냥 평범한 학생이나 이렇게 직장인이었을 것 같은데.
After the break, we meet a rising star of German badminton, Yvonnie Lee. Time to look at the Destination Dubai rankings. This week we feature the men's singles. The top two spots remain the same, with world number 1 Li Qiongwei on top of the pile. China's Du Pengyu rises a spot to third, whilst Yano Jorgensen drops to fourth. Korea's Lee Dong-kun and India's Kidambi Srikanth move up 3 and 8 places respectively to share the number 8 spot. Rounding up the top 10 is Denmark's Hans Christian Vittingus, who has dropped 2 places. Destination Dubai rankings will update the Thursday after each World Superseries tournament, so log on to www.bwfbadminton.org to find out the latest information and more about this end-of-season event. Meet Germany's up-and-coming star, Yvonnie Lee. She's currently 13th in the BWF junior rankings for women's singles and 19th in the women's doubles. We caught up with her in April at Alostakada during the Jati BWF World Junior Championships 2014.
I think World Junior Championships is a great opportunity to play against the best players of the world, and it's a great experience to get your skills up to high level. And if you get back home, to be inspired by these impressions and train even better at home.
One of Yvonne's greatest achievements to date is winning the European Under-17 Junior Championships women's singles title in March of this year.
It was incredible, especially in the semi-finals. I was one game down and my opponent was leading 20-19, and I still turned the set. I was nervous, but I also thought just play, have fun, do your best, even if it's 20-19 against you. I think that was the key of turning this set and then winning the third set too. Then they won the third set, and I was just overwhelmed first. And then the finals the day after that, yeah, was great too. And winning this moment was exceptional.
Hailing from Hamburg, she made the bold decision to leave her home city in pursuit of more competitive badminton. She set her sights on the National Training Center in Mulheim.
Players from Hamburg are good, are not really bad, but they have other things in their heads like school or studying or work. I already decided to go to Mulheim to train with the best from Germany. So I'm hoping to improve every day a bit until you're good enough to play this tournament.
Yeah, we have some really good junior players. So following our top players, so in the next years, I'm sure. And one of the reasons is the working system here, and so they have a good chance. So they have to come to Saarbrücken, men's or the women's players to Mulheim, and that gives them a good chance to develop for a world-class player.
Now getting the competitive challenges she craved, the ambitious youngster is hoping to make a name for herself at the international level.
I want to be the best of Germany sometime in the future, and it's my goal. And not only the best of Germany, but maybe become in the world.
Having competed at the World Juniors, the 16-year-old is aware of the obstacles she has to overcome to realize her dream of being the best.
I want to reach #1, but I think that's really difficult because I think there are many Asian players in front of me who are really strong and already winning against older players from the Super Series circuit, and I think that's pretty impressive. And I want to be strong like them. I hope to be to have played my first Super Series when I'm 20. I think I just let the badminton life come to me, how it will get, and I'm curious, but I don't want to say anything right now.
Talented, determined and ambitious, Yvonnie Lee has all the attributes to make it to the big time. For Germany's starlet, the future looks very bright indeed. Before we go, let's find out what's happening in the world of international badminton in our Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we talk to Hong Kong's #1 men's singles shuttler, Hu Yun, about his career. And we're in Sri Lanka to find out about the development of the sport in the country. See you next week.